Hello! I'm standing in my living room in the apartment that I've been renting for over a year now in Alicante for 800 euro. This place looks above the average, costs around the average, and has some real disadvantages that you would not expect at this price. In this video, I will walk you through the whole apartment, talk you through the pitfalls, share if I like or regret living in this place, and at the end I will let you decide for yourself if you believe this price is worth it. Now we go directly to the beginning, to the hallway. This is the entrance. The hallway is quite small, as you can see. There's a nice round mirror. There's a shelf for shoes and bags that I will now show you closer. I think this works better, so I will show it like this. So this is the door, and not all the shoes fit in the shelf. This is a little shelf, and I hope you can still hear me. So here I have some bags. Here I have here both bags, here shoes, which I don't have many. It's just a very small shelf, so not much stuff fits. And we are already out of the hallway. From here we get directly to the kitchen. The kitchen, as you can see, is pretty small, but it's enough for me. It has all the basic necessary stuff that I need. The sink is deep enough for me as one person. The organizers did not come with the apartment, I bought them. The black one especially I first loved, now I don't like it anymore, but it does the job, so it's okay. It had some storage space. This one's for the dishes. It might seem like a bit too many dishes for one person, but if you knew how many glasses I have broken in my life, you would know that it does not last long and it's more of a material that comes and goes. Moving on, here I have just a very basic stuff. Spices, tea, coffee, some foods that I can make and it does not go bad by just staying there, some cleaning products on top, and that's only smallest of them because other ones I keep under the sink, and that's it. And while we're here you can also see the washing machine and some more storage space. This is for utensils and pants down there. Moving on, this space is empty. It's just for the technical stuff over this. It works, it's functional, and looks very clean, which is what I like. And here we just have the microwave and the fridge. This space is also just for the pipes. From here you can also see the bar table and some shelves over here, and they go all the way under to the floor. You might not see, or you might see, I don't know, but I actually keep a lot of stuff there, so it is very convenient for me. Books, perfume, just small stuff in this nice organizer. And under this I have lamps and some other small filming equipment. This bar table, as you can see, is designated not only to eat but also to divide this kitchen with the living room. So if we go from here, we are already in the living area. Here I have not too much stuff. I have the table, as you have already noticed. I have this planner that I was planning to update all the time, but it's not very easy to clean, so I just keep it there standing as a perfect week, kind of. I have this cardboard with very outdated pictures. They're all still important to me, of course, but they're from past life stages that I already had a lot of new chapters happening after. So the plan is to update them as soon as possible, and I'm planning it since January. Here I have a little sports corner with a bit of equipment for my home gym, and the sofa, of course, as you can see, which I call a toy sofa because it is very small and it is not comfortable to even sit, let alone lie down there. But it is still nice to have, obviously, because there are ways to use it. And if we turn around from here through the bar table, we make it to the window and the desk. This window is the only source of light in this area. I will not show you the view. You might think for safety reasons, but no, it's because there is no view. The window goes out to a small patio directly to the windows of my neighbors, which is why I'm very happy to have these windows matted, because this way people do not see me, which is what I need. I like to stay private at home, and this is also the reason why this apartment is not very light, especially in the winter. It's very dark here. And then here I have my desk. It might seem like there's a lot of stuff on it, but to be honest, it's just because the desk is very small. I thought if I have a small place, a small desk would fit. Now it feels like it's a bit overcrowded over there, but it's okay. At least it does not take up too much space in the apartment. And here we also have one of my favorite parts about living here, a window to the bedroom. We will go there soon, but first we go to the bathroom, which is right next door here. We come in and already see pretty much everything you need to see. Here we have very standard stuff. We have a mirror with a very good lighting, which is what I like. We have a pretty big shower, which I like as well. There is a shelf, as you can see. The shelf was not there, I put it myself. Some organizers boxes. And here I store clean stuff because there is no storage space. And there is more light, of course, just I rarely use it. And from here we can finally go to the bedroom. So here I have a bed which is pretty big and comfortable for one person. I have some nice yellow lights on both sides of the bed, open shelves on both sides of the bed. I have a TV in front of the bed, which could cause a problem for people who struggle to not watch movies at night. And I have the storage space for my clothes. As you can see, an open shelf on top, AC, and the main storage space. It's not very organized, it's just for hangers really. And here I can always see my suitcases as a reminder that there's nothing stable in this world. And I normally don't use the upper lights anywhere, which is why I'm happy that this apartment has many options. Even in this living area, there's 4 options of this light. There's 2 options of upper light in the kitchen. Additionally, there's this light that you have seen already. This one, I mean. And there's also LED lights over here. And they're yellow, which is what I like. That's it. Now we are done with the tour. And now you might be wondering why a place so tiny costs this much. So this is where I start talking about its disadvantages. The size I will include as the first one, as it would be a disadvantage for many people. For me it's okay because I'm here by myself and I prefer having a smaller place that looks nicer because I work from home, because I like my space being functional. I know that I'm using every corner and I like it looking nice. And it makes sense that you can either get a small nice looking place for this price or a bigger worse looking place. And for me aesthetics matter, so I'm choosing it consciously and I like it. However, the biggest disadvantage that matters to me is the window that goes into nowhere and there is no light, especially in the winter when it's really dark. It's difficult to wake up, it's difficult to stay awake during the day. It feels like I'm living in a cave, so that's not great. And also because the window goes only to a small patio, there is no air, especially in the summer. Now it is really hot here and the only source of air technically is AC, which is working most of the time. So you can imagine the bills. I am afraid to imagine them. But at the same time, that is why in the winter this apartment does not get too cold. It is cold, very. But my previous apartment was much worse and it had windows to the outdoors, so I believe it is connected. And there is no heating, that's why I'm saying windows matter, because the only source of heating in the winter is AC. Or if you buy a heater, but when the place does not come with a heater and the owners are not willing to buy it, then it does not make sense for me to get one for myself, because then I will have to move with it and it does not make sense for me because it's heavy, it's big, and I cannot really travel with it. The next disadvantage that's also coming from the window is neighbors, who are really loud and really like having fun and playing music. So most of the time there is one apartment from which there's music blasting through speakers very loud, and there's nothing you can do about it because you live near them anyway. There's another apartment where there's a guy who is singing 90% of the time and he's singing very off key, and I very often have no choice but to listen to him. And occasionally there's music or singing from other apartments, so there are days when I can hear 3 different songs and people from 3 different apartments. Another important disadvantage is the location. This is not a place somewhere in the center, it's pretty far. It's a 30-minute walk if you walk fast enough, and my friends are renting much closer to the center for about the same price and even bigger apartments. So I agree that a place this far and this tiny should probably come for smaller price, but at the same time I'm not complaining because of the type of renovations that I have here. And I also want to mention points that frustrate me that do not depend on this apartment specifically, which are firstly that when you move into an apartment it's not very livable. So there's a lot of stuff that you need to actually get, like this organizers in the bathroom, the shelf in the bathroom was not there, the desk was not here, I bought it myself, and I only bought it when I was too tired of working at the bar table because it is very uncomfortable And as soon as I got the desk, this bar table, it turned pretty much into storage space. It's not only about this apartment, so this is just something you need to be ready for when you rent. And renting and moving from place to place generally frustrates me already. I know that, especially in my generation, many people don't want to buy their own places. They don't want to settle in one place because they believe it's so nice to travel. You can see different places, you can live in different apartments, you're not responsible for any place. But I don't mind responsibility because the idea of home is very important to me, and I like traveling and I like seeing new places, but I believe it's only good for so long because I have been moving around for 6 years already, and at some point you get really tired, and for me it's really important to have a place where I can come back to. But there's not much I can do about it right now, and I'm grateful to have a place this nice where I can live and make it home to the extent I believe is necessary, because I'm mindful of all the stuff I'm buying here, because I know that eventually I have to move out and I have to take this stuff with me, and it's a lot of hassle, and sometimes it's not even possible. So I'm getting much less stuff than I would like to have at home, but at least I have a home, so I'm happy. At this point, you can decide for yourself if you believe the price is worth it. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your opinions. And if you want more videos about living in Spain, building a career in tech, and living the life intentionally, follow me not to miss my new videos, and see you in the next one.